BJP General Secretary and Rajasthan BJP MLA has made this statement, which translated in English means Congress President Shri Mallikarjun Kharge is now 80 years old and God can just take him away any time. BJP leaders' hatred for the tallest scheduled caste leader in recent history of Karnataka. BJP leaders' hatred at the instance of Prime Minister Modi to abuse the tallest son of soil of Karnataka, who after having been born in a labourer family has risen from the ranks of a bloc president to be the President of Indian National Congress, is disgusting, is filthy, is nauseating, and is unacceptable and reprehensible. People of Karnataka, perhaps Modi ji does not know, across party lines, call the Congress President, Shri Mallikarjun Kharge, as, and please correct my Kannada, for I am still in the learning process, Dinesh ji, as Solilada Sardara. Correct. A warrior who knows no defeat. And they are wishing death for Shri Mallikarjun Kharge. We take strong objection to the fact, Mr. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that just because you hate Mallikarjun Kharge ji, just because Basavaraj Bommai ji is said to be defeated to below 40 seats, just because you have lost the narrative, just because people of Karnataka have rejected you, just because you cannot find an answer to 40% commission, just because Prime Minister and BJP have lost the plot, just because they have no answer to the job scam, you wish death to Shri Mallikarjun Kharge? Is that the low level of politics that BJP is going to stoop to now? That they unleash their MLAs, they unleash the BJP General Secretaries to wish death for Shri Mallikarjun Kharge? We want to ask Prime Minister Modi, Modi ji, you are here in Karnataka today and your MLA and General Secretary are wishing death for Shri Mallikarjun Kharge. Why are you silent? Why are you not taking action against BJP General Secretary and BJP MLA who is now wishing death for Shri Mallikarjun Kharge? Are your MLAs and General Secretaries abusing Shri Mallikarjun Kharge and now wishing death to him in order to please Modi ji? In order to ensure that the abuse that Modi ji continues to hurl are now multiplied multiple times. Why has the BJP and its leadership made a habit of abusing the Congress leadership, or a profession of abusing the Congress leadership? Be it Shrimati Sonia Gandhi ji, Mallikarjun Kharge ji, be it Shrimati Priyanka Gandhi ji, be it Shri Siddaramaiah and Shri D.K. Shivkumar ji and multiple other leaders. Why are you making a profession out of abuses? We ask you, Mr. Prime Minister. Mr. Prime Minister, do you not remember that your favorite minister in Karnataka, Shri Ashwath Narayan, only 2.5 months back in a rally in Mandya, proceeded to call for murder of Shri Siddaramaiah. Not death, murder of Shri Siddaramaiah. Did you take any action against him? Did you apologize to all Kannadigas? You are today insulting the tallest scheduled caste leader. Your leader called for the murder of the tallest backward class leader in recent history in Karnataka. You have committed 2 sacrilege in 3 months. Modi ji, all that you do, go and say everywhere, they have abused me 91 times, 92 times. Are you only going to be a crybaby, Mr. Prime Minister? Or are you going to ever talk about the cries for help and cries for justice against the 40% commission BJP Sarkara of the over 6.5 crore our brothers and sisters of Karnataka, our Kannadiga brothers and sisters? The truth is, Bharatiya Janata Party has unleashed a sustained campaign to hurt the Kannada Swabhimana, to trample upon the Kannada culture and language, and to finish Kannada institutions. I will ask, we have a full plan in our manifesto. I will ask my colleague Mr. Pawan Kheda to tomorrow list out all of them, as also Babuji, as also Dinesh, as to how do we propose to revive Kannada culture. We have full plan. Unfortunately, nobody read it. But we will tomorrow say that. But I want to say that there is a designed campaign by Bharatiya Janata Party to trample upon Kannada Swabhimana, to tarnish Kannada culture and language, and to subjugate the pride of over 6.5 crore Kannadigas, brothers and sisters. And there are 7 recent examples thereof. Number 1, Shri Amit Shah comes and openly declares from the stage that the pride of Karnataka Milk Federation and Nandani would be merged with Amul from Gujarat. Number 2, Union BJP government merges Karnataka's pride Vijaya Bank with Gujarat-based Bank of Baroda. Number 3, Union central government, Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, who are in charge, they prevent our children of Karnataka from taking CRPF exam in Kannada language. Number 4, BJP Shiv Sena government of Maharashtra openly, brazenly violates the territorial integrity of Karnataka and extends Maharashtra scheme to 865 villages of Karnataka and allocates 54 crore rupees of Maharashtra for distribution here, so that the state can be partitioned and hived off. BJP is trying to partition Karnataka. Yeah. BJP Shiv Sena government of Maharashtra extends Maharashtra schemes to 865 villages of Karnataka and allocates 54 crore rupees from Maharashtra government for distribution in villages of Karnataka. Idea is to, post this election, divide Karnataka into multiple pieces. The BJP government of Goa opposes and challenges the rights of Karnataka in Mahadayi river waters openly, brazenly. Modi government refuses to release 8,000 crore of GST dues which Kannadigas have paid back to the government of Karnataka. And on top of it, Amit Shah ji dares to say, hand over Karnataka to Mr. Modi, as if there is no Kannadiga who can rule Karnataka. There is no leadership left in Karnataka. So on May 10, people will give a befitting reply and befitting answer to the insults to honor of Karnataka, Swabhimana of Karnataka, culture and language of Karnataka, and the pride of its people. And this will go down in the history. First, Ashwath Narayan threatens to, openly declares that Mr. Siddharamaiah, the tallest backward class leader, should be killed in a public rally. which he also admitted on floor of the assembly. And now, BJP General Secretary and BJP MLA wishes death, early death for AICC President Shri Mallikarjun Kharge ji. People will not pardon you, and we demand answer for Prime Minister Modi. Instead of talking about rhetoric, tell how are you going to fix accountability, as also answer to the people for the scams and loot that the 40% BJP commissions, 40% commission BJP Sarkara has done. Any question, you are welcome to ask. My dear friend, we have already gone to Election Commission on multiple other issues. 1 week has passed. 1 more week will pass, no decision has come. We are actually now thinking it's futile to move Election Commission of India. We will now let the people of Karnataka decide that Mr. Modi and company and their MLAs and BJP General Secretary wishing death for the tallest scheduled caste and leaders of the poor, is that a correct thing or a wrong thing? Let them also decide.
Sir, what is the comparison between Bajrang Dal and the Hanuman? Mr. Pawan Kherajee clarified in his own way, but the comparison which made by the BJP comparing Hanumanji and owning that ownership to the BJP, how do you see that?
Sir, before you answer, can you name the MLA?
Yeah, what's his name, sir?
His name is Madan Dilawar.
Madan?
Dilawar. He is a BJP MLA of Rajasthan.
Very senior leader.
Their senior most leader. After Vasundhara ji is their number 2. Huh?
Sir, you know the circumstances under which this was filmed.
Well, I'm sure your units will have played it.
This was in Udaipur.
And you are. This was in Udaipur.
Yeah. Dilawar.
सब एक एक सवाल का आंसर करूं? अच्छा, आप भी पूछ लीजिए, ठीक है, फिर इकट्ठे आंसर कर दूं।
कल जो है 7 बजे सभी मंदिरों में कर्नाटक में जो है हनुमान पकड़ आ जाएगा, हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ी जाएगी सभी मंदिरों में 7 बजे शाम, और कांग्रेस के खिलाफ जो है अब बेटलपुर ने कहा कि प्रचार करेंगे, विरोध प्रदर्शन।
और कोई सवाल इससे रिलेटेड? ओके, सो you asked me 2 questions. I'll try and answer in Hindi and English both, since you asked me in both languages. I'm learning Kannada. After 6 months, I'll answer in Kannada also. दोस्तों, बीजेपी और उनके मित्रों को हनुमान चालीसा नहीं पढ़नी आती, उन्हें 40% कमीशन लेना आता है. Let me try and translate it in English for you. BJP and its friends don't know how to read Hanuman Chalisa. They only know how to take 40% commission. 40 is 40. So they only know how to take 40% commission. That is the truth. May I ask Prime Minister Modi a few questions today? Modi ji, I come from Kapisthal Kethal, the land of Mahabharata. Either in Gangavati or in Kapisthal. If Modi ji had ever read Vaman Puran, then he would have known there are only 2 places which are connected for Lord Hanuman. So there is a Hanuman Tila in the assembly that I represent, which is supposed to be the birthplace of Lord Hanuman, and there is a Tila and Mandir in Gangavati, which is also supposed to be the birthplace of Lord Hanuman, where Mata Anjanaya took the Tej of Lord Surya, and that's how Lord Hanuman was born, for benefit of people in so-called organization who don't know. So, to compare Bajrang Dal to Lord Hanuman is an insult of millions of Hanuman Bhakts across India. To compare any organization, any individual, and say they are Lord Hanuman is an insult to Lord Hanuman. Lord Hanuman is compassion. Lord Hanuman is a sense of service, duty and reverence. Lord Hanuman is sacrifice. Lord Hanuman is assimilating other people's difficulties into oneself. To compare Lord Hanuman to those who perpetuate violence in name of Lord Hanuman is an insult of all millions of Hanuman Bhakts across India, and I demand an apology from Prime Minister Modi for even daring to compare any organization to Lord Hanuman. Sir, I have not completed my answer. I let everybody ask questions, and you can ask once I complete. May I ask Prime Minister Modi, the BJP government, the current BJP government has demolished the oldest and multiple temples of Lord Hanuman during your last 4 years. Will you publicly apologize? I will name 4 just now. There is a 3,000-year-old temple in Nanjangud. My friends in Karnataka know, the journalist friends. Mysore, right? Mysuru. Who broke the Nanjangud temple in this government? The 3,000-year-old Nanjangud Hanuman temple was broken during this BJP government. Why? Has Prime Minister ever answered? Has VHP and Bajrang Dal ever gone and protested against Basavaraj Bommai? If not, why? May I also ask, is it not correct that in this city, Bengaluru, where we are sitting, in order to build metro, Basavaraj Bommai, Mr. Yadurappa, they demolished the 150-year-old Hanuman temple on 27th of January 2020. Has VHP and Bajrang Dal protested against Basavaraj Bommai and Yadurappa? Why have you not protested? Has Prime Minister Modi apologized for it? This is the news that you published. Please tell me I am wrong. Is it not correct that in Shimoga city, from where Mr. Yadurappa comes, the oldest Hanuman temple was demolished on 17th of February 2021 during this BJP government? Did Bajrang Dal protest? Did BJP protest? Did VHP protest? Did they recite Hanuman Chalisa there? The answer is clearly no. May I also point out that in Holalkere, Chitradurga, on 28th February 2022, the BJP government demolished the Hanuman temple. This is the news and the picture which we'll release to you. You carried it. Did Bajrang Dal protest? Did Vishwa Hindu Parishad protest? Did Modi ji say a word? Did he come and say, I will reconstruct the Bajrang Bali temple? The answer is clearly no. The truth is over 1,500 temples. We did not want to make this election about temples. 1,500 temples have been demolished by Basavaraj Bommai and Yadurappa government in last 4 years in Karnataka. 1,500 temples have been damaged or demolished. Has Vishwa Hindu Parishad and BJP ever protested? Has Mr. Modi ever said a word? Only because there are elections. And let me say again, Constitution of India is the religion of each one of 140 crore people. That's our first religion. I'm a Hindu, but my constitution is my religion also, along with my belief as a Hindu. I believe my God. I am a Hanuman Bhakt. I have rebuilt the Anjaneya temple in my constituency. I have created every infrastructure for it. But I am also an Indian, and for me constitution is sacrosanct. And I will protect your right and your right to practice your religion, whoever you may be. So, constitution is supreme, law is supreme. Anyone who takes law into their own hands, we will act against that person, organization or individual.
Sir, your Lok Sabha MP, Mr.
One second.
Tejasvi, Lok Sabha MP, Mr. Tejasvi Surya says that comparing Bajrang Dal with terrorist organization like PFI is the biggest mistake which congressmen are going to talk.
Well, first let him become a star campaigner in BJP's list, then I will answer his question.
Sir, do you think Bajrang Dal is not a true devotee of Hanuman?
You are also a true devotee of Lord Hanuman, I believe. But my point is very simple. Whether it's Lord Ram or Lord Hanuman, whether it is Lord Vishnu or Ma Kali, whether it is Lord Shiva himself and Ma Parvati, in the name of over 36 crore Hindu gods and goddesses, no one can commit violence. For my Hinduism teaches me to be compassionate. When we say in Hindu religion, Vasudev Kutumkum, the whole world is my family. That means Hinduism is all encompassing. It's only people who do not understand with their parochial mindset that they are trying to twist the definition of my religion. Hinduism is compassion. Hinduism is assimilation. Hinduism is sacrifice. Hinduism is respect and harmony. Hinduism is perhaps one of the only religions of the world which says respect other religions. Have you read Srimad Bhagavad Gita? I come from its land where it was recited. I wish Modi ji had once read Bhagavad Gita. Once. Or even he knew how many verses are there in Bhagavad Gita and how many adhyayas are there in Bhagavad Gita. Then he would not have spoken in this language. And those who are challenging, have they read Hanuman Chalisa? I want to read to you 4 words from Hanuman Chalisa. Since it's in Hindi, I will read it in Hindi for you. Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, Kumti Nivar Sumati ke Sangi. I'll translate it for you. That's the crux of Hanuman Chalisa. I repeat it for you. Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, Kumti Nivar Sumati ke Sangi. That means पहले मैं हिंदी में बता देता हूं क्योंकि मुझे हिंदी में थोड़ा इसका मायना आता है और फिर इसकी अंग्रेजी का अनुवाद करता हूं। बजरंग बली जी का स्मरण केवल सद्बुद्धि और सच्चरित्र वाले लोगों को ही करना चाहिए। और बजरंग बली जो हैं वो जिनकी बुद्धि भ्रष्ट हो उन पर कभी आशीर्वाद नहीं बरसाते। The remembrance of Lord Hanuman should only be done by those who are of pious mind and clarity of thought with compassion. For those who have a perverted or a hateful thought process, they can never be receivers of blessings of Lord Hanuman. I leave it to you to judge.
So there are two Bajrang Dal are not
Translate
He
it
is
for me.
telling that your manifesto is very, very much good, but why you have quoted these communal issues there?
My friend, there is no communal issue. Let me reiterate because yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Number one, there is no communal issue.
ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳದ ಲೋಗೋದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಹನುಮಾನ್ ಭಾವಚಿತ್ರ.
My,
ಯಾಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾಯಕರು ಗೋಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ತಲೆ ಬೂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ?
I've understood the question. Since I understand part
Hitting it to the
Kannada.
wall.
So in case I don't answer it correctly, please correct me. But I'll answer it in English for you.
Unwarranted.
Yeah, I've understood. मुझे अभी भाव समझ में, I understand the language enough to understand the question. It doesn't have to be translated. I want to say three things to you. Number one, the Congress manifesto only says anybody who violates constitution and the law will be acted against. If you read the last line, and if the manifesto is here, I can read it for you.
Yes.
Somebody would give me a copy thereof. Yes, there is an army colonel who will give me. Thank you.
Page number 7.
Page 7. No problem. I'll just.
Whose idea is
Just 1 second, my friend.
Answer.
We will take, I'm reading the last line for you. Yeah. Page 10 it is. We will take decisive action as per law, including imposing a ban on any such organization. It doesn't name any organization. Please, so I'm just saying that, friend, that's why I'm saying you have to have patience, like I had patience with you. So my manifesto is very clear. It is not saying I am going to ban X or Y or Z. Be very clear about it. I am only saying anybody who takes the law, we believe the law and constitution is sacrosanct and cannot be violated by individuals and organizations like Bajrang Dal or a PFI. Tell me, when a Dalit young person, Dinesh, was murdered in broad daylight by an office bearer of the Bajrang Dal, was it not violation of the law? When Dalit Sangharsh Samiti, who were championing for it, they were disregarded by BJP, CM even refused to meet them, were they not? All I am saying is, anybody who spreads enmity, hatred, or violates the law or the constitution, we will not permit. And then there is a full stop. And then I say, we will take decisive action, including banning. I never said I'm going to ban X or Y. If Modi says, and if all of you start believing, then what can I do? भैया ऐसा है, अब आप मैनिफेस्टो कमेटी के मेंबर नहीं हैं, तो देखिए ये सवाल अगर आप मोदी जी से पूछते तो अब तक वो जेल भेज देते आपको कहीं गलती से. But I am telling you, with me, because you are my friend, you can take all liberties. Please don't make this mistake with BJP, they'll send you to jail. First write to him, then I will come. Okay.
Have you given the suggestion to ban the Bajrang Dal? He is asking.
I think I answered, probably you did not hear, let me re-answer for you. Because everybody started, there are three very clear things. Number one, nobody can violate the constitution and the law. Our first promise. Number two, we will take decisive action against anybody who violates the constitution or law. Number three, if they still continue to violate it, without naming any organization, the last sentence says, we will consider to ban any such organization. Now just because, now you have to listen, no my friend. See, if one person asks, then you have to permit me to reply to him. Only then you will get your questions. Now if anybody believes, just because Prime Minister Modi has no issues and you are also falling in his same trap, Bharatiya Janata, latest survey that you've done shows 67% of the poor have now come to a conclusion they want a change in government. 67% of Karnataka's poor and 57% of Karnataka's middle class. This is today's survey. BJP also knows it is true. They also know they have no answer on employment. They have no answer on price rise. They have no answer on any other issue including 40% commission. So they want to change the narrative to Kabristan, Shamshan, Ramzade, Haramzade, Hindu, Musalman. The trick is the same, only words and phraseology changes in every election. One more part I want to show you. 50% of the poor in Karnataka believe Congress is the only choice for them. I am not saying so. This is your latest survey. The CSDS survey that has come today, this morning. So 67% poor, 57% middle class reject BJP. Over 50% poor feel Congress is the only option. They know this is happening. So they are misleading you. Please do not be like my friends from Delhi. Don't get misled. The Kannada press is far wiser. So be wise and don't get misled by their rhetoric. Thank you.